Hi, welcome to my channel. This is Loretta, Mother's Tarot. How's everyone doing today? I hope you're doing great. Well, I was guided to do a reading for the generations. And so this first one I'm starting with is the baby boomer generation. And I mentioned this to my grown daughter this morning, and she goes, well, you make sure you do one for the baby boomers. I said, yeah, of course I will. My daughter belongs to Generation X. Uh, Someone termed that the baby bust generation. Yeah, they're more latchkey. So, and then the one after that is the Exennials, followed by Generation Y, which is the millennials. And then I'll do Generation Z because of my children and grandchildren are all in this age group. Great grandchildren are Generation Alpha. I don't know who comes up with these names. You know, I really don't. So anyway, I've been guided to do this. I hope everyone is doing great. And I've never used these before. These are the only Rider Waite deck I've got. Um, maybe someday I'll really enjoy Rider Waite. But these are really nice. I like these. They're slickery. They're very slidey. They're illuminating me, I think. So anyway, I'm going to pull 3 tarot from here, 3 cards from here, and then I've got 4 oracles standing by that I am going to pull from also. And so anyway, we're going to see. I think I'll start with the oracles with spirit animals, then followed by the metaphysical cannabis oracle. I really can't talk. I know sometimes it doesn't seem like it. And then I'll do 3 from Archangel Michael, sort of light oracle. And I'm going to wind it all up with the Galactic Heritage cards. Guidance from there. So this is where our guidance is coming from today. From above to these cards. Okay. So let's see. Let's just get started. Whoops. Well, these 2 just slammed out. So let's see what we've got here. On the bottom of the deck for the unseen energy, we have the Lovers. Major Arcana, number 6. So unseen energy has to do with partnerships, love, a choice. Wow, but right here we've got 9 of Swords coming up for the boomers. Okay. And the 9 of Swords is about anxiety, grief, depression, loss of sleep. Yeah. I know as a boomer, some of these things happening today is making me feel that way. Then we have the 6 of Pentacles. Aren't these beautiful cards? I just really do love them. I mean, for Rider Waite, they're beautiful. And this one, of course, is giving or receiving help and generosity, which I know I feel both of these as a boomer. And then we got the 6 of Swords coming up. And the 6 of Swords is a necessary transition. Relocating, moving. Yeah. A lot of us, that could go in many directions. Many directions. But what I am feeling, see, I'm a great grandmother. I'm a boomer and I'm a great grandma. I am very concerned about the future. Very concerned. Does cause me some sleeplessness. You know, how all of this is going. This was 2023, July 2023. Yeah, we have been generous and we've had to receive, and you know, this is about our values. And then the moving on. You see, for me, this is about evolving. We are evolving. We can't look at ourselves as just as these humans. We are earthlings. We are a big, big family. And we are pretty much the oldest ones now. I mean, there are some before us, the silent generation. Some are still around. I don't know if there's any left from the greatest generation. But I know we pack the largest population of the older ones right now that are left. And I do hope that before I leave this planet, that I know we're headed in a better, greater direction. You know, we have to lead the way out of this into new territory. 0 point energy. If you haven't heard of it, you should educate yourself about it. It will solve the climate crisis, hunger, homelessness, all the ills of the world, all of it. And as citizens in the United States, it's our obligation to lead the way. We need to return to being a beacon of light for the world. That's just me. So let's see what else. Spirit. What messages? Now I'm going to pull a card from what? Oh, one just jumped out. Let's see what we got here. Spirit of the Animals Oracle. And I am going to read whatever it tells us out of the book. We've got cougar, assertive. Here it is. It says, in silence, you find power. Claim your leadership role and take action. You know where to go and what to do. You have the courage and confidence to succeed. Boomers. Well, there's 3 of them I need to pull, so let's see what else we have. That's pretty self-explanatory, isn't it? In silence, you find power. Claim your leadership role and take action. You know where to go and what to do. You have the courage and confidence to succeed. Our second message here. Lynx, keeper of secrets. Take time out from the world and be the observer. Nothing can deceive you when you trust your knowing. You see others' secrets and keep them sacred. In silence and solitude, you will find your strength. Now this third one here. Take time out from the world and be the observer. Nothing can deceive you when you trust your knowing. Our third one from here. These are all pretty self-explanatory. I'm not going to read out of the book. Here we go. Hummingbird, miracles. You are the joy bringer. You bless the world with positivity and love. Energy soars on your shining wings. Spread the miracle of happiness. Spread the miracle of happiness. Do we need to read about hummingbirds? Let me see if I can. Here we go. Hummingbird miracles. If a hummingbird is your totem, you are a person of joy and you bring a smile to everyone you meet. Hummingbird takes away sorrow, worry, and sadness. Hummingbird medicine teaches us to let stress and troubles go. When hummingbird appears, it is a reminder to spend time in the garden, drink from the sweet nectar of life, and flit from flower to flower, helping to propagate all that is beautiful. Hummingbird people are the masters of healing with herbs, flowers, colorful stones, aromatherapy, and love. Okay. We can make this happen. Okay, now I'm going to do the metaphysical one next. See what messages we get there. Then followed up by the Archangel Michael. And this one I'll need to read out of the book. Okay. Metaphysical Cannabis Oracle. How fitting. Yeah. Good wisdom in these messages in this card. It always amazes me. Let me see. Oh, here's one I haven't had before. Duro Isle. Compassion. Okay, let me see what this has for us. Duro Isle. Has this got an index in it? No. I think these are. Okay. No, they're not. Here we go. There's an index in here. Mm-hmm. Okay, found it. Mm-hmm. Duro Isle. Here we go. A man sits on the ground in deep meditation as his hands work with numerous mala beads. His body and skin are covered in sacred geometric markings from all of his incarnations, and he knows the lessons very well in the human experience. The Duro Isle card appears when you have cut through all the beliefs in your life that truly hold your spirit down. The man emits a velvet green aura, and there are saguaro, cactus, and aloe plants in the background, which seems to be a part of him. This card reminds us to build a strong foundation in order to ascend to a higher frequency, realms, and ways of life. Embody the feeling or experience you want and become grounded in the reality that you can bring whatever you want to you. Wear your protective jewelry and adorn yourself intentionally. All right. Okay, now let's see what pull another one here for the baby boomers. We don't have all the answers. We could use some help. Silent retreat. Silence. So let me find this one here. Silent retreat. Okay. Got it. Okay. Coming up on it. And this is a physical suit. Okay. Here we go. This is the card that will keep showing up if you do not listen. The figure in the card sits with legs crossed and headphones on and a contented smile on their face. The heart space radiates out a bright green color, and you feel a calming presence wash over you as you silence yourself. The silent retreat is a lesson in physical strength like no other. You must tame your tongue and resist the need to correct, explain, or detail. When this card comes up to you, it is important to see where you may be talking too much. Remaining silent will bring you more alignment. Okay, well that was good advice. Good guidance. Absolutely. Okay, one more here. We have Yemaya, resurrection. Yemaya, resurrection. Boy, howdy. Okay. Hold on just a second. I don't think I've read this one before. Yemaya. Here we go. All right. I've got it. Okay. Yemaya is the river Orisha of the Yoruba people of southwestern Nigeria, a queenly mermaid whose tail is covered by a 7-layered skirt to symbolize the 7 seas. Corals, crystals, tiny bells, and pearls adorn her outfit and her hair. A small cannabis wreath, as we saw in Agabai, sits in her hand. This oracle's sacred number is the number 7, and her sacred animal is the peacock. Blue and white swirl around this card, creating a calming and contouring energy around you. Yemaya is known as the mother of all living things. She aims to bring comfort and cleansing to all who encounter her. On her chest sits a cannabis leaf because she helps mortals with learning to love themselves and healing for the emotional body. The peacock represents the feet and all of all birds, symbolizing the traditional depiction of the phoenix, the legendary bird of resurrection, and rises out of its own ashes. When beside Jimla in a reading, Yemaya's powers are amplified. When this card appears, it is time to take a walk by the river and remind yourself that you too can rebuild yourself when the time comes to rise. All right. That was a beautiful message. Okay, now we move on to the Oracle, the Archangel, Sword of Light. Okay, here we go. Okay, guidance from Archangel Michael, Sword of Light Oracles. First message here, prioritize self-care. You do so much for others, it's time for you to experience the love you deserve and let others help you. Yeah. The younger generation, for all of us baby boomers. I know myself as a baby boomer, I didn't get much help coming into this. Well, when you get to be encroaching on the young adulthood portion of our lives. My children have done a lot to help me, and my grandchildren bring me along. Okay, our next one, have no fear. Fear is a trap of the ego. Allow me to use my sword of light to free you from the disquieting feelings holding you back. Yeah. Fear. It is a trap, the ego. We need to step into the fear that we have. We all have it, some fashion or form. Here we go. The third card from Archangel Michael, message. Your prayers are being answered. Your prayers are being received by the divine. Answers will come soon, although perhaps in forms you didn't expect. Yeah. Okay. Now, final deck I'm pulling from is Galactic Heritage cards. These cards are about the universe, the cosmos that we are all connected to and a part of. If you want to learn more about them, I'm doing a series. Name is What Star Are We From? Okay. First card up from number 88, Balanced Relationships. From a message from the Pleiades in the future. And yeah, I will be reading another book here. I have found wonderful messages in here. Am I working through these cards? Here we go. The challenges in human relationships happen from expectation. We expect our partners to become who we want them to be rather than allowing them to be who they are naturally. This card suggests that it is time to take an honest look at the relationships in your life and your expectations. Can you be 100% present as a friend, family member, or partner without expectation? Or if expectation is placed on you, can you ignore that pressure and be your natural self anyway? This card points to a karmic pattern reading, a karmic pattern ready to be released. And this future Palladian energy can assist you. This card is connected to an evolved time stream of the Palladian civilization in which interpersonal relationships are fully balanced. On Earth, humans use relationships as their classroom in which they learn their toughest of lessons. Relationships are also used as a way to balance karma. But this means that relationships on Earth often contain a lot of pain and suffering. This is mostly because humans don't feel complete. They have expectations that their spouse, family member, or friend will fulfill a need that they are not filling for themselves. In the new paradigm, that type of relationship cannot sustain itself because the human is acting from a place of need or lack rather than wholeness or joy. Evaluate the relationships in your life. Are they fully balanced in joy? Or are they based on need, loneliness, low self-worth, or any other issue that needs to be addressed within yourself before you can truly have a healthy relationship? It is time for serious self-evaluation. Look at the other cards for any further clues about this. Conversely, it is also possible that you have been doing deep inner work regarding relationships and what you need to see within yourself. And this card is acknowledging a positive shift in the relationships in your life. This card requires you to be very honest in your self-evaluation. If you see things that need to change, don't feel badly about it, but be grateful for the self-awareness that will help you make these changes. Yeah, that's a great message. That's something we all have to tend to. Okay. Whoops. All right, this card. All right. Jumped out. This one is single-minded focus from Orion in past. Okay. All right. Let's see what message we have coming in from Orion. Those who were fighting for freedom within the ancient Orion system had to develop intense focus and discipline that could guide them in life and death struggles. For many, this led to a spiritual mastery that is similar to what we see today in martial arts, masters and monks. You have had this experience in your ancient past and still possess this skill of intense focus. But the question is, on what do you habitually put your focus? This card suggests that you should choose to focus your energy wisely. Choose to remove focus from negative self-talk and use your ability instead for spiritual evolution. This card connects to the Orion spiritual forefathers, the Vegans, whose teachings of Vegan mysticism created a foundation in Orion that could be used for positive or negative purposes. We also see how this intense mental focus was played out within another species seeded from Vega, the Zetas, with their emphasis on logic, reason, and mental ability during their most ancient and dark era as it's been expressed in cards 31 and 32. Single-minded focus can be positive or negative attributes. In these dark times of Orion, it was used as a positive attribute for defense and survival and for enduring challenging times. It was also used as a negative attribute in the form of psychic warfare. If this card appears in your reading, the message depends on your situation and the surrounding cards. It could be pointing to a past life in Orion when you had this ability. It could also be telling you to develop more mental discipline in this life now, or to let go of too much single-minded focus that is keeping you stuck in your life. It requires you to go within and look at yourself clearly. Too much of anything is not a good thing. Use your skill when and where appropriate, but remember that the power lies in walking a middle road. All right. Very wise guidance. Okay. One more card. One more message. One more piece of guidance for us baby boomers. We have stubbornness, Pleiades, in the past. Okay. Here we go. This message relates to having a fixed idea of how things should be and trying to force reality to fit that picture. This was a strong trait in the ancient Palladian culture, which created many problems for their civilization. Some of us still carry this habitual pattern. Take a look at the situation you want changed. Be honest and see if you're trying to force a reality that doesn't exist in the now. Be truthful. In order to make a change, we first must fully accept and relax with the situation as it is. Only then will things change in a natural way. This card also represents one of the most painful lessons of the Palladians from this era. When the species was young, they were very idealistic, much like teenagers of today. They had a view of how reality should be, and they sought to force the vision on others. This is often a challenge of the new species where when they are young. Earth humans have the trait as well. During the dark times of Orion, the Orion people were in a lot of pain. The young Palladian species felt it was their duty to boldly come into the Orion system and force the empire to free its people. These Palladians were blind to the fact that they were creating karma for themselves and meddling in a situation that was not theirs to fix. In response, the Orions destroyed a planet in the Palladian system that was known to be one of its most beautiful. The Palladians were stunned and traumatized, but it was the experience they needed to grow up as a species and drop their arrogance from their Lyrian forefathers. They left that planet, a lifeless shell floating in space, to always remind them of their own ignorance. If this card comes up in your reading, look at the surrounding cards. It may be about a connection that you have to this time in Palladian history, or it may simply be a warning about becoming attached to your beliefs about how things should be in reality, and a stubborn drive to change them according to what you feel is right. Yeah, that's a powerful message. You know, are we going to go down with the ship, or are we going to make the necessary changes and adjustments that we need to make before we shuffle off this earth? Are we going to help save our children and our grandchildren's world and our great grandchildren's world and all the generations to follow? Boomers, this is a heavy responsibility on our shoulders. So, once again, I mentioned 0 point energy. We've got climate change problems. We've got hunger. We've got homelessness. 0 point energy. It will correct the course for the entire planet. So, in saying that, I bid you all farewell. I hope you found something beneficial in this reading, that you heard something that was beneficial. I love you all. Thank you for stopping by and listening. I hope you made it to the end. I love you all, and I'll see you in the next video. This is Mother's Tarot signing off for now. Thank you. Bye-bye.